Hey YouTube, Motor Racing Network, Steve Post, and we have another great collection of die-cast cars ready for you. We're going to start down here with a race winner. Joey Logano picked up the win at Michigan last year in the Shell Pennzoil Ford from Penske Racing. Confetti on the hood. This is what it looked like when Logano wheeled that car into victory lane. Yes, we finally have it. The Dale Earnhardt Jr. National Guard Chevrolet. This is the 2014 edition. It is in stock and ready to roll now. So, Junior Nation, time to order up this car and make sure you make it part of your collection. One of the cars that Carl Edwards has raced over the last few years is the UPS Ford. Now, UPS saying they will likely leave NASCAR at the end of this year, so this might be the last time we see the UPS colors on a race car. Carl Edwards, number 99 car from Roush Fenway Racing. And Quicken Loans, they've been sponsoring Newman for the last few years. Now it's moved over to the 31 car of Richard Childress Racing, and we have that car available as well. Matt Kenseth, Nationwide Series car, the Toyota Camry from Joe Gibbs Racing. GameStop, this is the Batman game car. Matt Kenseth car is available in stock as well from the NASCAR Nationwide Series side. Now we have got a boatload of Marcus Ambrose cars, autographed and not autographed. Here's the Stanley Ford of Marcus Ambrose with the new twisted T on the hood of it, or on the roof of it. It's the brand new 2014 edition for Marcus Ambrose. Autographed car. Here is the DeWalt car for Marcus Ambrose, non-autographed, and we have the autographed edition as well for Marcus Ambrose. And finally, we have the Bostich car for Marcus Ambrose. We have the non-autographed edition of this car and the autographed version as well. All of these autographed cars by Marcus Ambrose. And again, we remind you on autographs, make sure you have the certificate of authenticity from Lionel or from us at Plan B Sales. That means that driver touch that pen to that windshield of that die-cast car. More die-cast. This is the new vintage cars that we've had coming in this year. We've got Jeff Gordon's Pepsi Max car. We've got Carl Edwards' UPS Ford and Tony Stewart's Code 3 Associate Chevrolet from Stewart Haas Racing. Those the new vintage cars that we have as well. We're going to jump over here as well. The NHRA was recently here in our area in Charlotte, North Carolina. Matt Hagan came over and signed a bunch of die-cast cars. So we have got Matt Hagan's signature on the Die Hard car, the Aaron's car, the NHRA 60th anniversary car, and of course the Magnetti Morelli car that Matt Hagan wheels as well. So we have got all of those autographed Matt Hagan die-cast. So those are 124th scale cars, and we have 164th scale cars as well. The Golden Ticket car from Lionel, Regan Smith from Junior Motorsports, the Chevy Camaro, Trevor Baines, Advocare, Ford Mustang for Roush Fenway Racing. We've got the Let's Do This Home Depot sponsored car for Matt Kenseth, and yes, we have Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 164th scale National Guard Chevrolet. So a little bit of everything for everybody in the diecast, and all of this diecast available at your local diecast dealer, or of course you can get it at Plan B Sales. And hang in there with us. The post show is coming up next. Alright, it's time for the post show here on our Diecast Review Show, and this is where we answer your questions and just chat NASCAR racing with you, or, well, we have NHRA cars, we can talk that as well. These questions come from your questions right down below, so make sure you put your question in here, and who knows, over the next couple of times we may get a chance to answer one of them right here on the post show. I want to remind you of one thing we have going on. First off, though, on our Facebook page, it's Plan B Sales and Marketing. The month of April, we continue to do Car a Day. Like us over there for your chance to win a die-cast car. We're giving away a car every day during this month. All right, let's get to the questions. A Walker28 writes, do you have a favorite driver to interview? You know, I'm kind of weird about favorite driver to interview. I get along really well with all of the guys. We talk to them all the time, and we get a chance to chat with them, so I'm really fortunate with that. But you know, my favorite interviews to do, and this is going to sound weird, but my favorite interviews to do are angry, hacked-off second-place finishers, or finishers in the top 5. You know, I love the passion a guy like Tony Stewart or Kurt Busch or Kyle Busch brings to the table. It makes them really good race car drivers, and sometimes it makes them really tough interviews. And you know, I've always said when a race has a really angry second-place finisher, we likely saw a good race. So I kind of like those guys. Yeah, once in a while you'll stick a microphone in there and come back with just a nub at your wrist. but it's just good fun, and I love the passion those guys share. So I think those are my favorite guys to interview. Josh Benciavengo, and I just butchered your name, Josh, so I'm just going to go with Josh writes, what do you think of NASCAR lowering the horsepower for the 2015 season? Do you think it's more of a safety or to save gas money? Thanks, love the show. You know, this is something that's kind of come up in the last couple of weeks, and I'm still trying to get my arms around it. I don't know that it's a saving of money thing. I think it's more to keep the competitive nature of the sport. And what the drivers want is they want throttle control. In other words, they want to be able to mash the gas and then come back off from it. And lesser horsepower means we might be able to get away from restrictor plates where they just run wide open. So there's that factor involved in it, as well as some cost savings, not necessarily with the smaller engine size, but one of the things NASCAR is kind of floating out there is a chance to run these engines 2 weeks or maybe 3 races. So there's a lot involved in this process and a lot of steps to go. NASCAR has had some meetings with the team owners, going to have some more meetings before they decide on anything, and we'll have to see if this is a 2015 prospect, if it's a prospect for beyond that, or if it's something that ultimately doesn't happen at all. But there's a lot of reasons for it, but it's cost savings, but not cost savings in a smaller engine means smaller cost. It's cost savings in that they're trying to design something that maybe they can get a few races out of. So we appreciate that, and stay tuned. We'll see how it goes with the new engine sizes and everything else exciting we have going on in the NASCAR world. Again, we talked about the diecast. They're available at your local diecast dealer or at planbsales.com. Keep those questions coming in here on our YouTube page, and remember, Car a Day over on Facebook. We love that you guys are getting involved with us here on YouTube. We have the comments below. Feel free to mention your comments here. Follow us on Twitter at Plan B Sales, and we'll keep you informed on what we have. And please get some back and forth conversation going, because we love talking racing and love talking with you race fans out there, and we appreciate the business you do give us.